Hello, this is James. I have here before me the Champions deck of MCS 11 from Wayne. Wayne used two decks, Vampires and the Harem, this Championship Harem, which I was actually able to build with some minor substitutions. So this deck uses 1 Paladin, 3 Princess, 1 Queen, 3 Swordswoman, 1 Adult Tiger for diverting attacks away from your Princess, and 1 Scouts that you always want to search early against for hires to guard against Donpa and to guard against Treacherous Trap Hole. Scouts returning in a big way. And then 10 back row. So we have Galaxy Cyclone, 1 Drowning Mirror Force, and 1 Canadia. And here's the difference between this deck and Wayne's deck. The champion used 3 Paleozoic Canadia, and I have 1 Canadia, and I've substituted 1 Floodgate Trap Hole, very similar, and then 1 Memory Loss, which is only a replacement in the case of the Mirror, and in the case of Fur Hires, where you can negate that Princess or Small Cat normal summon. And then we have Wall of Disruption, 1 Willpower, and 2 Ambush. So I did take this into the KC Cup Stage 1, did pretty well, went from 17 to 18, and we're going to take a look at some replays because this deck is much slower than the Fur Hires deck, so a full video of those 5 duels would be like an hour long. So here, we're going second. This is MCS Champion Harem versus Standard Harem. We get the, oh, that's right, we have the Parasite Infestation skill. Very good against Fur Hires and actually Gears. So the opponent opens Princess and an Ambush, and we open up 2 Princesses, double Princess. So Princess, search Ambush, set everything, and then crash into the enemy Princess and search a Swordswoman. So very important, what we're doing here is our Princess got banished, but that's okay, we got the value out of her. And now we have, since this second Princess can search a Willpower, we actually have access to 3 monsters. Okay, so second enemy Princess, so this is good, fair draws all around, but he didn't have a counter for Floodgate. Searches the Willpower, so he's thinking the same thing I am. Ambush, summon the Swordswoman, and then we have Banish, Woman, or Woman. So we still have access to 2 monsters, and this is 1 monster and potentially 1 monster in the opponent's hand. Princess searches the Willpower, and then attacks and dumps. So against enemy Harem, I'm not too worried about back row removal, so I'm going to go ahead and dump the second Ambush so that we can get out another Woman, and then banish the Princesses. So 2 of my Princesses are banished, and then he brings back 1 into play with Willpower and searches the Ambush, which is smart because if he draws another Princess, he can get another search, because Princess's effect is once per turn. Hard once per turn. Okay, so he draws, does not draw a monster, enters the battle phase to prevent Princess from getting her search. We hit her with Canadia. Now Canadia is the superior option to Floodgate and Memory Loss, because when you activate Traps, Canadia gives you a monster. If we were still able to use enemy controller with the Harem, that would be amazing. With just Canadia by himself, he's good for maybe a free destroy, but not when the opponent has Mirror Wall, so he's going to get banished. And then we're going to banish one of our Swordswoman to banish a Princess, and then we attack directly. So that we can banish that Queen. That is a good trade. Swordswoman for Queen, and then we get the final attack with the Scouts. Get that 500 damage in. Opponent does not draw monsters again. Scouts attack, and then we summon Amazoness Paladin, gets hit with the Canadia, And finally, the opponent draws a Parasite. So then we flip up, Floodgate onto the Paladin. Paladin can't catch a break today. Scouts banish the Parasite. Scouts attack direct, and we have a... Oh, so close again. So game averted twice on the Paladin, and then we go for the Tiger, but our opponent activates that Drowning Mirror Force. So I pop Scouts so that only the Tiger gets shuffled into the deck because I want to draw another Princess. Tiger gets shuffled. Endless Trap Hell because Parasite is on top. So he saves the Endless Trap Hell to shuffle the Parasites, which is prudent, but gets very unlucky with another Parasite on top. It scoops. Okay, so we're going first against Traditional Harem again. And that's actually, going first is actually good for this trap deck, because you can set your traps and then get rolling. And then your opponent drawing cards gives you that little bit of edge in giving them the Parasite. So we lead Princess and Ambush, and a Wall of Daddy gets hit by the Cosmic Cyclone. And then Princess gets hit with Floodgate, and now the enemy Odeon knows that this is the ambush. And he has a Galaxy Cyclone ready to take it. So we gotta make the most of this ambush. Princess into Princess, banish, banish. And then we're gonna direct attack with the Swordswoman. Swordswoman's gonna crash, banish, banish. And then finally, the Queen? The Queen attacks directly, but Odeon's with Drowning Mirror Force today. Okay, so Galaxy Cyclone now, and so this is basically game. I have no cards. The Odeon player has successfully, with the Drowning Mirror Force and the Galaxy Cyclone providing that extra value, that's how you play Amazon against Amazon. You outvalue your opponent. Alright, so we're going second. We have 1 win and 1 loss. Parasite Infestation gets 1 Parasite. We have a set and a set and a set. And then we go Paladin into Vampires. And this is the value of a deck that can play enemy controller, and why you should not forget about it even though it gets banned from your deck, aka furries, aka the harem. So vampires are searching things and doing stuff. Vampire Grace, we're gonna send a trap card. I send Canadia because I think that Canadia as an extra body is more valuable than trying to draw it. But the opponent has other plans. So Grace destroys, Grace destroys my Wall of the Daddy. Then Tribute takes, and it wouldn't be game except for the 500 points of boost from the Vampire Kingdom. So don't, I mean, this was no shame to being outplayed, no shame to the deck. I guess I could have played the Paladin face down, but it's easy to forget about the econ when your own deck doesn't play it. Okay, we're going second against Zane Truesdale, and at this point, we had 2 losses. We had a win, we had a loss, we had a loss. Then we had a win, but it was a disconnect win. And that was a ranked down match, but it restarted our streak. So we have a streak of 1, and then this is our second match in that streak. So Zane Truesdale gets 2 Parasites, and we have Masked Heroes. We're gonna go Princess, and then the opponent hits the Princess with the Chalice. So we're just gonna set everything and not crash, and just wait. So Parasite top deck, Vion prevents that. Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it, my friend. Don't leave me in that briar patch. Don't summon Vision Hero Trinity, especially against the trap deck with my Floodgate. Okay, so we immediately, so he thought he had game. But of course he didn't because a bunch of back row. So we floodgate the Trinity, and then Decider goes for the kill and gets hit with the wall of the daddy, but protects with Dreamer. But we have this one well in hand. Top deck the ambush. Kill, kill, set. We activate the ambush. No Cosmic Cyclone. Swordswoman banishes the Trin. 500 points of damage for his trouble. And finally, Cyber Style. So you want to be careful with this Cyber Style because it is a... So this is me getting greedy with Princess, first of all. Don't ever get greedy with Princess because it just gave him 3 monsters instead of him activating Cyber Style and having 2 monsters. But I did get greedy with Princess. So now he has 3 monsters, and when they have the 3 monsters, you gotta be on the lookout for the Econ take, as we learned in the Vampire Duel. 2 back rows set. Fortunately, Swordswoman loves the wall of the daddy. So we go banish, and here he's stuck. If he has nothing, Swordswoman with 2,000 attack points attacks over Proto Cyber Dragon for 900 points of damage. If he has Wall of the Daddy and he activates it on Swordswoman's attack, then she just reflects the battle damage at Zane Truesdale. What does he have? He has Chalice, staves off Ruin, but does not draw a monster, and that is game for the Harem. So, we had a win, we had a loss, we had a loss, we had a disconnect win, we had the win against the Cyber Masked Heroes, and here is our final win for rank 18. Blink, and you'll miss it. Okay, so passes the turn, Kaiba passes. We play Galaxy Cyclone onto that Floodgate, a good get, and then we set Memory Loss and a Floodgate, both of our substitutes for Canadia. And what can be done? Oh! Memory Loss! Fulfill your destiny against the Fur Hire. So as soon as... So, Memory Loss, really only good against Princess and Fur Hires. And really in every single other case, Canadia is preferable, but if you have Memory Loss, you should play Memory Loss. And this is the reason why. We beat activates, we hit him with the Memory Loss, negated, change defense position, instant scoop. So, my final opinion... So, my closing opinion on the Championship Harem, I like to run the Harem with 12 Harem members, but I see that as back row becomes more and more powerful, you need to respond with your own powerful back row, and you can't simply rely on the bodacious bod of your lionesses. Thank you for watching.